You know what, JB? Bucs had a nice, comfortable win. Actually, it was uncomfortable, but they get a bye week. Why are we still working? Look at Lavonte on vacation, and we're in the office.
Buddy, it's Lavonte David on the Zoom during the bye week, zooming into the Rondé Barber Show.
From the Stream Center, this is the Rondé Barber Show, sponsored by Advent Health and Renewal by Andersen. Here's your host, JB Buno, and Hall of Famer Rondé Barber.
Week 15 of the Rondé Barber Show. Man, 15 weeks through week 8 of the NFL season. And man, I could not be more excited, JB, to welcome in Tampa stalwart, team icon, synonymous with professionalism and consistency. Lavonte, tell everyone how I made you who you are today.
Hey, I did model a lot of stuff after you, man. I was watching. I was a young pup when I first saw you, so I did used to watch you a lot. So some of what it is does come from you, and I appreciate it.
See, now he might not give me all the credit, but when I left, he did take my locker.
Mm-hmm.
Just so everybody knows, he took my locker.
I did. I did.
Is it not the best locker? Yeah, is it not the best locker in the locker room though?
It is the best locker. It's the most convenient locker. Everybody respects that locker. Everybody know, ain't no messing around that locker. This guy's first, like in everything, right you at that locker.
So you're the example.
It's a lot of respect you get sitting at that locker.
Right. Whenever you leave, whenever it is you leave, you've been 14 years. Who's going to take it? Who's going to assume that locker?
Who's going to take it? I don't know. May give it to Vita, because I got to give it to a defensive guy.
Good call.
Got to keep it in the defensive room, or maybe even Antoine Winfield.
There you go. Yeah, when I assumed this locker, guys, it was just because it was closest to the shower and easiest to get in and out of.
Convenience.
But then I was there for so damn long, man. It was like it became the captain's locker, I guess. But now Lavonte's got it. Oh man, Lavonte, how about that win last week, dude? We're just gonna rehash it real quick, and really, I think we only have to talk about one player, Anthony Nelson. Yeah. He had 5 tackles, I think. He had 2 sacks.
Man.
The best interception of the year so far. Volleyballed it to himself, and then baptized Spencer Rattler on the way to a touchdown. Dude, talk about his game. I mean, he's starting because Hassan Riddick is hurt. But talk about Anthony Nelson real quick.
Correct. Yeah, man. Anthony Nelson always been that resilient guy throughout his whole career. He's never really been the starter, been the main guy, but every time he gets in to get his opportunity, he takes advantage of it.
Right.
And that's the guy that you want. If anything does happen, you want a guy to come and step in. You will hope that is Anthony Nelson. Because he's gonna come in, do his job, and he's gonna make his plays.
Right. He's I used to joke during the Bucs preseason, JB, you'll like this. If you look at Anthony Nelson, do you know who Anthony Nelson is in TV culture?
No. Fill me in.
He is the major. The name Anthony Nelson is the major from I Dream of Jeannie.
Yeah, no, not my generation.
Over
the head, man.
When you put their two faces together, they actually look the same. And I know Lavonte's too young to even know what I Dream of Jeannie is, but Anthony Nelson, right? Garrett, am I right?
No, you're right.
I'm right.
So Garrett knows. Rhett, do you know what that is? No. Lost me.
Oh, Lavonte, give me a thought on your mindset during your bye week. Are you looking at New England? Or are you just totally decompressing? I mean, I've never, by the way, Coach Bowles gives them an entire week off, like Sunday to Sunday. Like, what's your mindset this week, dude?
Man, the first couple of days, I'm just gonna, reset. Get my mind off football a little bit, get my body together. I'm still in the process, working on things, working on my body and things like that, making sure I'm still in shape. And then the next half, then maybe I'll probably take a peek at the Patriots. I got my iPad down here. I know they play Atlanta or somebody this week.
Yeah, Atlanta.
So I may, take a peek at that and look. But for the most part, man, unwinding. Having a full week off is a first for me, so I'm definitely taking advantage of it, and I love it though, man. But I'm sure the guys all taking care of what they're supposed to take care of. But definitely these first couple of days, I'm probably going to unwind, relax a little bit, and then get into back in that habit.
Right.
Yeah. So hold on for a second. So just you were talking about this right before the show. Sunday to Sunday having off is not something that Rondé. That's pretty unique.
I never
right?
had that. I never had that.
So Lavonte, when you found out you had the whole week off, what was that reaction like?
Oh man, it's a video clip. I'm dancing in the locker room before I'm breaking down the huddle, of the guys. Like I said, man, it's a first for me, and it was very, very motivating. So everybody, was in tune, and everybody wanted to get that dub to get that week off, and as you can see, man, I'm sure if you go through the building right now, that thing is like a ghost town.
It's a ghost town. I was over there Tuesday. There's like injured people in there. That's the only thing going on. Like even the people that have to be there are like, this doesn't even feel like like a football building right now.
Yeah.
Lavonte, tell me about. Well, by the way, during your off week, you better be watching Drake May. the kid is good, man. Like of the quarterbacks that were drafted in his draft, I think right now he is playing by far the best of any of them. So, like, pay attention to Drake May. But give me a sense about you've been on some good teams. Obviously, you've been on some bad teams too. You were there during the lean years, but you were also there during the Super Bowl championship year. Yeah. Where is this team in that journey? I mean, I know we're 6-2 at the bye week. Is this a team that feels like it can do it?
Yeah, this definitely feel like a team that can do it. It's the confidence level is there. We have the guys to be able to get us there, and then I just think the consistency that we're trying to get to can be accomplished. We haven't even played our best ball yet, and our best ball is still ahead of us. And from the defensive standpoint, we haven't been the best, but we definitely kind of like hitting our stride with taking the ball away, being consistent in certain things and stuff like that, and like it's been a lot of plug and play throughout the season, and guys are really now like understanding getting into Bowles' game plan concepts, trying to get into the same mind as Bowles in, and everybody just trying to get on the same page. But I think we definitely have what it takes to get us there. We just got to continue to take care of the small things, and we'll be able to get there.
Right. It's interesting you said that, because I was going to ask you a question about the defense. Last week I was on this show. I said, what makes a good defense? And they asked me, what makes a good defense? I was like, good defenses take the ball away, man. Not only do they take the ball away, they score. And I guess y'all were listening to me, because 4 takeaways, a touchdown. Should have been 3 touchdowns last week.
Should have been 3 touchdowns.
Right. I'm going to say 3 touchdowns because the refs screwed us, but that's not for you to discuss, Lavonte. I'll discuss that when you get off the air. But why is the deep? Why this? I mean, obviously we're playing a lesser team in New Orleans, but where did that come from? Is it more understanding? Is it winning individual matchups? You said diving into Todd Bowles' mind and kind of how he wants the defense to be played. Was this the first game you saw that really materialize?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's an attitude, and then it's a focus factor. If everybody just understand their job and you take care of your job, and then you play fast doing your job, the takeaways will come because you know what you're supposed to be doing, and you're in the right position, and you can attack the football. You could be there, to be able to take the football away. Throughout the game, every time somebody had the ball in their hands, guys were attacking the football, attacking the guy, getting them down, making tackles and stuff like that. And that's just the mindset you got to have. I remember the whole week through our practice, we always saying like you got to get takeaways. Even week prior, Bowles got on us because through our practice we didn't have a lot of opportunities of attacking the football, and the leaders got together. And, we got to say, hey man, this is our mindset. every time I get in the huddle, I always say, take away 3 and out, take away 3 and out. That's gotta be our mindset. And the guys, it's really like, taking heed to it. You know what I'm saying? Like last year, we didn't have that many takeaways, and we want to try to change that attitude, change that mindset, because our offense been on fire, man, and we haven't been talked about a lot. So
Right.
defensively, we trying to get our names in there too.
Well, it's at some point the offense was going to stutter, which they did, and the
Yeah.
defense had to step up and make plays. It's interesting what you said, because I was on the great defenses of the 2000s, obviously, in the
Yes.
late 90s, early 2000s. And the one thing we only talked about, other than hustling, running to the ball, no loafs, all that stuff, the one
Right.
thing we always talked about was score or get the ball back. Like, we didn't have the offense that you are so blessed to be with every single day. Our mentality was, hey, man, if the offense ain't going to do it, we got to score. And so it really propelled us, certainly during our Super Bowl year, to win. We scored 9 touchdowns on defense. I saw Jason Light yesterday, and he's like, how many touchdowns did y'all have on defense? That's the year. I was like, 9 touchdowns. So that mentality when it becomes intentional, when you're trying to do it week in and week out, it's amazing how it just starts happening, right? So I like that. I like that. That's y'all's mentality right now.
Yeah. That's what I saw a clip of that too. When I was watching you guys, I know John Gruden challenged you guys to start scoring on defense and things like that, and you guys was very, very intentional about it. And that's something that I really admired about y'all. And everybody had the same mindset. And it's just trying to get to that level with the guys we have now. It just different. A lot of camaraderie comes with it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of new guys and things like that. We got a couple of rookies in there too, but at the same time, it just everybody. I feel like everybody have to be intentional, and everybody have to be on the same page, and everybody have to know what they're doing, so we'll be able to play fast and create those takeaways and be able to score the football.
All right, in a second, Lavonte, we're gonna reveal the first Rondé Barber Show Midseason Awards, which you're going to also vote on for me. But I got one more question, because you talked about camaraderie, and I know you have a lot of young guys playing on both sides of the ball, right?
Right.
Especially on offense because of the injuries at wide receiver.
Right.
But what is your locker room like right now? I mean, I know you're the leader. You got the longest tenured C on your chest right now. But tell me about how your locker room, what's making it so strong right now.
Yeah, I think everybody's just bonding with each other, and I think the front office do a great job of just bringing guys in who fit that blue collar mentality that we have. It's a family atmosphere, and everything we do is just about taking care of each other and being there for one another. And Bowles always reiterate that as always, what happens in this locker room stays in this locker room, and this teams run through the players, run through us, and we control the ship.
Right.
And that's just the mentality that we have together as a locker room. Starting with me, obviously, and then you got Mike. Even though Mike, he's out, you see how everybody, was devastated about Mike being out, just because, the type of guy he was in the locker room, how he is to the young guys. And you got other people too. You got young boys, kind of like, following the mold of the older guys who've been, playing and stuff like that, and they getting a voice too. And I always say, man, everybody's a leader. If you feel like you got something you want to talk about, something you want to say, don't hesitate to say it. And I think that's a test to Coach Bowles too. Coach Bowles have a open door policy. Whenever something wrong, whenever you got an issue with something, just let him know, and he'll hash it out as quick as possible.
That's good.
And I think that's why a lot of defensive guys is comfortable with him too as well, because defensively, if somebody don't like a play call, you tell him, all right, I'll throw it out there.
Right.
So, that just starts from him, man. That's just what he brings to us, and it gives everybody a sense of comfort.
All right, 2 quick questions for you. Are you a yeller?
Yeah.
Did you pick up my bad habits in that one year we played together?
I yell when I have to. I try to stay calm as much as I can, but when I see stuff going left, I gotta step in and get a couple yells in.
Lavonte tells a story. He's like, thinks I was this really calm dude, and all of a sudden I'm like MFing people and cussing. It's
Yeah,
like, who was that guy,
man.
man?
Yeah, definitely caught me off guard. I ain't gonna lie, definitely caught me off guard. I was like, whoa, this guy been quiet, going about his business the whole time, but between the lines, he's a different guy.
Lavonte, do you remember anything specific about playing with Rondé that comes to mind whenever you see him?
Sure.
Like something
For
like
sure.
a story or something like that.
For sure, man. I remember we was on field goal block, and I don't know who we was playing, but somebody said something to Rondé. He's year 16 vet. And he said back, "Yeah, I could be your daddy." I'm like, "Whoa!"
See, JB, you can see that coming out of my mouth, can't you? I got that kind of trash in me, man.
Look, I can see it without hesitation. I could be your daddy.
Yeah, that was a funny one.
Oh man. Yeah, I was.
A couple more. When we played the Vikings. When you stripped the ball from Adrian Peterson, a little gesture you did, that was hilarious.
Yeah.
What was the gesture? Come on, we got to fill people in. What was the gesture?
Man, he stripped the ball from him, and Adrian Peterson was on his knee, like devastated, and then Rondé ran by, just tapped his hand, like, "You'll be all right."
Hey man, this ain't
like, I was catching those little small things.
Right.
You don't know.
I mean, that ain't no practice squad guy. That's Adrian Peterson.
Right.
I mean, did you pick up on a lot of that, Lavonte? I mean, is there anything like from
I think it was
Rondé's
impossible
game?
not to. I mean, I was very blatant with it.
Man.
I wasn't trying to hide it.
Yeah, it was. But for me as a young dude seeing that, man, I loved it. I was like, oh, he's having fun out here. And like right now, the way the game is, they try to keep you away from all the trash talking and stuff like that. So it's really hard to really like continue to do trash talk. But I try to get some little sneak disses in here and there.
I like it. Hey, tell me about Todd. Todd seems you've talked very fondly about Todd. I think he's doing a great job.
Yeah.
Does he seem more animated than normal? Like I see the locker room celebrations now, and that dude is like going.
I got it right here.
It's finally getting out. Like he always been like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but people's finally starting to see it. You know what I'm saying? I remember, his first year here, he just always, like throwing jokes all the time. And
talking about Jamel Dean's hands.
Yeah. talking about him, talking about everybody, man. He talking about my hands. He joke on you and everything like that. When we being walked through, he be doing a little looks and stuff like that. Like he'll be like at a show like a little quarterback look. He be like, yeah, you ain't think I throw like that, or he'll replace somebody in a drop. And like, look, yeah, I still got it. I told you I still got it. Like it's fun just to see him having fun and enjoying stuff. But he's always been like that, and like guys who know, and it's definitely starting to get out. I'm very happy that the fans are starting to see it. And I know they used to say like he used to look like a no fun guy or whatever the case may be, but it's the complete opposite.
Right. All right, Lavonte. Midseason Awards on the Rondé Barber Show. So we're going to name a couple here. We got the comeback player. We got the biggest surprise player. We got the next man up award. The biggest moment. You're going to be shocked by my biggest moment, by the way. And the overall BFP. Everybody does the MVP. We got BFP. I'm gonna let that acronym sit in y'all's craw for a little bit before we actually say what it is.
So I'll tee this up for everybody.
Tee us up,
everybody.
JB.
This is the 2025 Rondé Barber official Bucs Midseason Awards. We're excited here. Studio audience. Let's hear it for Lavonte David and Rondé Barber ahead of their picks. All right. So first up. We have this one's self-explanatory, you guys. This is comeback player of the year, Rondé. Why don't you take the lead and go first?
All right. Hold on. Where's the envelope?
Oh yeah.
With
the envelope. Gold.
I have an envelope. Jamel Dean, focused, leading the team in interception, actually catching the ball, splitting reps with a rookie, and I think so many people were ready to write this dude off, and took a pay cut at the beginning of the year. and all he's doing is balling. I mean, I love this for Jamel. So Jamel D, comeback player of the year. Who you got?
Yes. Great pick, Rondé, because I had Jamel Dean. I was going back and forth between Jamel Dean and Antoine Winfield because of the injuries he had last year. He had a lot of injuries last year, and he missed a lot of games. But it was either those two. But like you said, man, Dean is having a great year, great start of the year. You know, with 3 interceptions, 1 for a touchdown, and is making plays. And then Tweez is doing everything that we love about Tweez.
Yeah, Antoine looks like the defensive player of the year candidate that he was a couple of years ago. I mean, seeing him around, obviously, and I say this because Tyke Smith is playing great. That duo at safety right now, doing what they're doing, holy cow, man! But the guy we saw on Sunday, Antoine Winfield Jr., is what I expect of him. All right, who's next?
All right, so next up on the 2025 Bucs Midseason Awards, your surprise player, a player that came out of nowhere and is making a big impact on the Bucs roster midway through the year.
All right, so mine, it's the reason I'm saying this guy is because there was a lot of expectations, probably good or bad, of him, but I don't ever hear his name. It's Charlie Heck.
Woo! Let's hear some Charlie Heck love here on the show.
Everybody expected him to get beat every single snap, and I just don't hear his name. Nobody ever says his name, which usually as an offensive lineman is a good thing. So I'm saying Charlie Heck. Who you got, Lavonte?
My surprise player, I would give it to, I would say it's a surprise because he's a rookie.
Ooh.
And he's a very quiet rookie. He don't say nothing at all. But when he plays out there on the field, he talks very loud. I will give you Jacob Parrish.
Jacob 25.
That is my
no doubt.
That is my surprise player. I remember in camp just watching him and doing OTAs, watching him. I'm like, okay, we can have a player. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm like, why he never talk? He don't never talk. He don't say nothing.
He doesn't.
He don't say nothing. But when the game come on, oh man, it's a different type of guy. His play speaks for itself, and I would say he's my surprise player just because I can't get his personality.
Right. I remember I did an interview with him for WFLA preseason, and he actually talked, and I was like, oh my God, this guy has a voice, And the only reason we had him on, be honest, because BMO got hurt that day, and we're like, we need somebody to take his place, and I was like, well, 25 is going to start, so can we get him on? And we got him on. Dude, I love the way he puts his face on people. He beats blocks routinely. Obviously, he's got 2 sacks. He's leading the league of rookies in sacks. And I love this guy. I saw him play at Kansas State, by the way. My daughter was dating a kid at Kansas State. All right.
Okay.
Oh, I like this one. This one is really fun. All right, next man up. Somebody that was not expected to get a significant amount of playing time, given, of course, the depth of the roster and who was in front of them. So next man up, the man who moved on up and is making an impact for the Buccaneers through the season.
All right, so
far.
For me, and you guys know, because we've been talking about this all year, because there's been so many injuries there, I wanted to say Sterling Shepard. But really, it's Tez. Dude was getting no snaps earlier in the year, but now he's led us in receptions 2 weeks in a row. He's got 15 receptions in 2 weeks, 2 touchdowns. And a guy who we thought was going to contribute and then had to contribute and is now starting on offense, that's the definition of next man up, dude. He took the mentality and ran with it. Who you got, Lavonte?
Yeah, man. Hey, you could go with that whole room, right? You could go with that whole room. But, for me, I could say the whole offensive line, but I'm going to choose Charlie Heck right here.
Oh, there you go.
More Charlie Heck love. All right.
Just the simple fact that, he was in, they replaced, Tristan at the beginning of the season with, Graham playing, and then Luke ended up getting hurt, and then Charlie stepped up and, been holding his own, man. All those guys have been a lot of moving parts across the offensive line, but Charlie's been the main piece, man, holding it down for the guys, man. And I love to see what he's doing, man. Those guys, offensive line, man, they have the best camaraderie I ever seen out of any unit, and it's always been like that. And I see that's why those guys, play the way they play, and it's incredible to see.
I love it. All right, 2 more.
Ooh, okay. We're getting to the big one.
These
But
are the
before we
big-
get to the big one, the biggest moment, Lavonte, and this I'm curious here, your perspectives. Biggest moment of the season so far, because obviously Rondé watching from the couch, you watching, of course, on the field. It's a little different, little different. So Rondé, what do you got for your biggest moment so far this year?
Drum roll.
Oh yeah, I don't have a drum roll sound effect. But we could do it in here. We could do it in here.
Chase McLaughlin 65-yard field goal. Longest outdoor field goal in league history. To steal a Chris Myers line, Chris Myers line, that deserves a wow. That's impressive, dude.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Yeah, that's very impressive.
Even though we lost the game, it's a moment, man. I'm pretty sure everybody that's watching this is going to say, "What about the Baker run and all this other stuff?" But 65-yard field goal, man. It's never been done outdoors.
Yeah.
That's pretty legit.
A kicker getting love. I love it.
That's love. That's love. But I got to go to a Baker run is one of the runs.
One of the many.
Yeah, one of the many. And I will go to the run against Houston on the 4th down. He had a blitzer coming right at him, Henry Toitolo coming right at him, and he dodged him and was able to get a first down. It was a huge moment in the game because it was like 4th and 11 or something like that.
Yep.
And if he would have got tackled or even got held up in any way, we probably would have lost that game. But he ended up dodging them and getting the first down, and we ended up going down and scoring for a touchdown and win the game.
See, that's why a player's perspective on this matters. Because I remember watching that game. Well, you know what? I was watching that game, Lavonte. I wasn't at home. I was watching that game, and I turned it off. I was like, because it was it's 4th and 11. This game is over. And just turned it off. And didn't even look at the score, just assume that it was done. And then an hour later, I'm like, hey, they won? And it was that play. It was that play, that 4th and 11. It was like the catalyst. The other one I was thinking was Emeka's second touchdown against Atlanta.
Oh yeah,
with 52 seconds left. He pumped to Mike and then went over the top. That one was a good one too. But that's a great one, Lavonte. Nice.
Yeah.
All
right. This is it. The big one. All right, BFP. Hey, viewers, listeners, use your imagination. Best football player. This is the Rondé Barber Show's equivalent of the MVP. Rondé, do you want to talk about the award here before we hand it out?
Yes, the award is for that guy that is or has been the man through 8 games so far. And if you're very crude, you can put an F apostrophe an N and know what we mean with the F. But who has that guy been for the Bucs this year? And I always ask this question, and Lavonte, you've probably heard me say this. Are you hot or is this your game? Right? Think about that. Are you hot right now or is this the way you're really playing? Right? And there's a lot of guys on our team that you could say that about. Are you hot or is this your game? But there's one dude who I think has made it his game. He might not be the hottest MVP candidate after the last 2 weeks, but the BFP player is Baker Mayfield.
Yep.
A quarterback, Rondé Barber, picking a player on offense. Let's appreciate the moment.
I would have said Lavonte David just out of deference for him being on our show and how much love I have for him. The only player that I played with on the Bucs roster, by the way, but he's ineligible since he's a voter today.
I would love to vote for a defensive player too today. I almost thought about just being biased and just giving it to Vita. But I'm gonna go ahead and go to Baker Mayfield. The Baker Mayfield.
Consensus.
There it is.
Consensus.
Yes. You have to give my guy his credit. He's been putting us on his back, man, playing through all types of things, and I think it's only going to continue to get better.
Right. I like it. I would have been all right with the Vita because every time I put Vita film on and I'm watching him manhandle 300-pound men, I'm like, oh my God. There's I don't know how many sacks y'all have on a year, but I guarantee you about a third of them are because Vita is just running through people and taking up 2 blockers and creating a pass. So Oh man, Lavonte.
I think we need to get we get maybe a belt or something for the
we should
BFP
belt.
award, man, for the end of the year,
Right.
or something, or some kind of trophy or something.
Right.
For
We'll get a small one for the midterm and then a big one for the final. Lavonte, enjoy your vacation, man. Appreciate you coming on the show, dude. I know the second half of the season is going to be pretty exciting. So.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We looking forward to it, man. And I'm finna get myself ready to take it on, man. Appreciate you guys for having me.
All right, Lavonte. Love you, buddy.
Thank you, Lavonte. We got a lot more on the Rondé Barber Show. We'll be back right after this.
You're watching The Rondé Barber Show, sponsored by Renewal by Andersen, superior products, exceptional service, and by Advent Health, the exclusive hospital of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here's 16-year NFL star Rondé Barber, and a guy who sprained his ankle getting out of bed, JB Buno.
Yeah. My joints do hurt these days, random announcer guy. Thanks for reminding me.
This guy has a view into your life, buddy.
He really does. It's creepy.
He's hacking your cameras and everything.
He's basically into my chat GPT.
You know what? He's hacking your baby cam and sees you like limping to your kids.
There's a lot of that on my baby monitor. You're not even kidding, right? There's a ton of that. Real quick, before we move on, I want to point out, hey, to our YouTube audience, we love you guys, man. To our YouTube audience, I want you guys to comment below on your comeback player of the year, surprise player of the year, next man up award, biggest moment of the year, and your BFP. Who's your BFP? Tell us in the YouTube comments below. Lavonte taking some time out of his vacation.
Yeah.
Half an hour to talk football with us is pretty awesome.
I love Lavonte. He's literally the only guy I played with. So I still have a small connection to my time in Tampa as a player because he just keeps playing. I mean, whether this is his last year or not, the dude has been a phenomenal. Like I said at the top of the show, a stalwart in Tampa. I know he's missed some games. I know he's had some up and down years in terms of a team, but in terms of like consummate professional and like what you want to be the face of your franchise, you know, the Bucs do that thing, I am that man, and it's modeled after Lavonte David. Dude, the guy is a stud. So yes, thank you, Lavonte, for joining us.
I'm gonna put you on
while
the
you're
spot
on
here.
vacation.
I'm gonna put you on the spot here. Is it his last year?
I don't know, man. I mean, you get to that point where you can do it, but why do you do it? I mean, it's not a money thing with Lavonte. He's played 14 years, and he got the accelerated contract dollars, right? So good for him. So it's the point of like will, you know, can you will yourself to get up and do it all over again? I remember when my brother retired, because he retired early, and not that this would be early for Lavonte, but you think about, and he told me this, and it came to fruition with me too. You think about at the end of the year, what you had to put in to get to that point at the end of the year, and you're saying, I got to get up and do it all over again. At some point, you just say, I can't do it. So I don't know if that's this year. I mean, it's going to be how he feels, you know, when the season's over. I mean, if he wins a Super Bowl, I guarantee he's done. You know what I mean? Like, why would he keep playing? 2 Super Bowls. He's, you know, been an All-Pro, been a Pro Bowler. He's going into our Ring of Honor. He'll probably likely be heavily in the conversation for a gold jacket at some point. So, yeah, I mean, what more has he got to prove? So,
well, he looks great on vacation and on the field. We love Lavonte David here, of course, at WFLA. And so, again, a big thank you to Lavonte. We're going to...
Yes, that was the cordial part of the show. Let's get out of the cordial part.
Now we're going to get a little uncomfortable.
Let's get uncomfortable.
Because we're getting the charcoal out, and we're getting ready to go scorched earth here a little bit, because the officiating in the NFL has been under the microscope for several weeks, Rondé, as you know. But for the Bucs, I feel like the Bucs are really on the receiving end of some calls that aren't just bad, but are affecting the outcome of games. We're going to actually take this back to Week 7 against Detroit. There were a couple of calls here, and then we'll move on to the last game against
which
the
was
Saints.
just like.
But hold on, we got to do this right. Week 7 on Monday Night Football, nationally televised football game for a national audience against the Lions in Detroit. First, you have Kate Otten fighting for the ball that was ruled a catch, and then it was overturned to an interception.
So this one was crazy to me because ruled a catch, and in no iteration of tie goes to the defender have I ever seen. I wish I would have had some of those when I was playing. I had a ton of catches that were catches for the offense that I had my hands on, and they took it away. But the disappointing part of this is the expedited review didn't even come into play on this one. Because it was a turnover, they have to review it, right? And then they went back and said, you know what? It's an interception. He had more of the ball. But at no point did Cade Otton lack control of the football. Right, I know it was on his shoulder, but he had control of it, and it was in the instance, it's a catch, no matter how many hands that defender has. So whatever is overturned to an interception, but that's not even the good one.
This is the bad one right
this
here.
Is
This
is the one where you're like, what in the? So, and this one's confusing. So you start talking about all the things that have gone bad. And by the way, just so viewers out there know, the Bucs and every team that the Bucs submit all these plays to the league, and then the league comes back with an explanation. Either they're patting themselves on the back saying, oh, we got that right, or they look at you and tell you they were dead ass wrong, right? So this one is crazy to me. On this 4th and 4, obviously I don't think the Bucs were going to win this game, right? They didn't play well against Detroit, but this was the nail in the coffin, if you will. This was a must convert 4th down. And Cade Otton catches that ball from Baker Mayfield. And they originally, if you remember, ruled this a catch and a fumble. Yep. And then a same player, a teammate from the same team can advance a fumble on 4th down for more yardage. So it goes back to the point of the fumble, right? The expedited review came in and said, oh, hold on, we got that wrong, right? And it was catch, down by contact, 1st down, right? Okay, all right, Bucs, we're happy. We're going to play. Hold on. Dan Campbell throws his challenge flag, and he's challenging not the spot. He's challenging whether or not it was a catch. But when you challenge anything, all aspects of the play are under review. So then the geniuses in New York decide that it was a catch. It was short of the line of game, and turnover on downs to the Bucs. So the fact that all 3 of those things went against Tampa makes you start scratching your head saying, hold on a second. And I don't blame us for being pissed. Ty Bowles was pissed after this game. And he was even more pissed after the next week's game
against New Orleans.
Now, this is where it starts getting egregious.
How many touchdowns that didn't count for touchdowns did Antoine Winfield Jr. score in this football game? It was getting ridiculous.
By the way, when you start talking about legacy, and I know we're not talking about that, but when you start talking about legacy, touchdowns on defense matter, right? So
you would know.
I'd be pissed if I'm Antoine Winfield right now, because I just told you that the league comes back and tells you whether they're right or wrong. Well, guess what? They came back yesterday, or whenever they announced this, or whenever they responded to the Zach Beastline from the Bucs, said we were wrong on both of them. Both of them should have been touchdowns. They're egregious mistakes.
So
right?
Let's take them through this. Winfield returns a fumble for a touchdown, and it's overturned.
Catch, Jamel Dean, my comeback player of the year, by the way.
Yep.
Strip fumble. Clearly, there's no time for a whistle between when the ball hits the ground and when Antoine picks it up. And even if there was, it cannot be heard, right? I didn't hear it during play. Fox ran it back, couldn't hear it, right? Nobody on the field acted like there was a whistle blown. The official on the near sideline dropped his flag and started running to the end zone like it was going to be a touchdown, which they then called, but then huddled up and decided, hey, you know what? It was a fumble, but since the whistle blown down. But the Bucs get the ball. Replay will do that for you. The next one was even more egregious, and there's a reason why I say so. Because he had the interception, right? He took the ball away from the guy. By the time he gained possession of the football, he wasn't in contact with that offensive player, if you will. Catch, then possession, away from anybody, picked up, run. You know what the messed up part about this is? In the presumption of, something is amiss, it was the same official who blew the erroneous whistle, right? So then you start putting this into play, and this is where I'm going to go on my tangent. Sorry, you don't get a word in here, JB.
This is all you. I'm soloing you up.
There is an imposition of impropriety going on in the NFL right now, because if I'm public guy watching football, a pleb, and I'm asking myself, what's up, man? Is the fix in? This official who just blew the whistle twice on plays that Antoine Winfield scored on defense is the same guy. Is there a fix in? Is this dude gambling on this game? Is he trying to make this outcome, change the outcome of this game? No, I don't know that. I have no idea. That's why it's an imposition and not a presumption, because he should be wanting to do his job ethically, right? Or else the NFL is operating under some utter incompetence, because this is happening not just in our game. It's happening in every game. Ethically, the officials should have no bias, right? They should be impartial. They should obviously work with integrity. But right now, I don't have an answer. And I defend refs all the time. I don't have an answer for the calls that are missed, right? And then the fact that there are no repercussions at all is criminal, that in the competitive fairness of our game, these calls keep happening. Dude, I know Todd Bowles last week went off on these refs, and he threw some other speculation in there. I'm not going to do that. But you cannot keep making these mistakes. You just can't. You can't. Public confidence in your ability to do your job is gone right now, right? If you're watching the NFL, you are expecting, and I know it's proliferated by social media and people throwing, their barbs out and being, hey, did you see this? Hey, did you see this? Right? But the NFL should be ashamed of themselves, man. This is a terrible product that they're putting on the field with the stripes on. It's embarrassing. It's absolutely embarrassing. And I'm not going to even get to the Giants game, because this whole tush-push thing is a whole nother argument. That is a fumble all day long, any day, right? Not only do the Eagles get the benefit of the doubt on the tush-push, because this play, specifically this play that you're seeing right here, was not a fumble because they said his forward progress was stopped, okay? How many times have you watched this damn play and Jalen Hurts gets Saquon Barkley's 1,000-pound squat behind him, and all of a sudden what looks like a dead play, forward progress stop, gets pushed into the end zone touchdown, gets pushed past the line of scrimmage, right? This play right here said his progress was stopped before he fumbled. JB, do you know where they gave him the spot after that play?
Because
where the ball was fumbled.
Right, because you could so clearly see that he was still lunging forward.
You were saying this before. This was the one time where you could really see it. The one time
where you have line of sight. So often as fans, especially, we're watching on the big screens at home and we lose Jalen in the pile. This is the one time we watch the tush push. It's clear as day that he's still lunging forward. Thibodeau makes a phenomenal football play. I'm thinking of you watching it, by the way, because, okay, here we go. Takeaway on the play that you can't stand.
Right.
And I'm at home. I'm thinking, all right, the Giants not only stop the tush push, but they get the ball back. But then the officials.
Right. So it doesn't come back to the tush push. And by the way, in 2013, and people are starting to remember this, defense could used to do this on field goal blocks, but they stopped liking the outcome of the play. Field goal, guys on defense getting behind defensive linemen, pushing them up, pushing their hands up, getting more penetration, more blocks, etc. You can't assist a player on defense, but you can do it on offense, okay? Mm-hmm. So forget that, impropriety, if you will, offense versus defense. The real problem for the tush push and why it must go away is because you can't officiate it. And they're officiating it not objectively anymore. It's a subjective officiating call now. That play right there, that Giants-Eagles play, proves beyond a doubt that it's a subjective call by the officials whether or not the forward progress is stopped, whether or not that was a fumble when Thibodeau took the ball from him. And it's got to go away because you can't officiate it.
And why was the whistle so quick? I mean,
dude,
we've seen this play run
you tell me.
Where we're not talking about Jalen Hurts traveling miles per hour. We're talking to him traveling inches per hour. Right. He's literally just making inches with every second, and the play will go on. and the refs will swallow the whistle, and this pile will just creep forward until the Eagles have their first down. But this time, when it was clear as day, Jalen atop the pile,
reached the ball out.
It's a quick whistle.
Right.
There's inconsistency, and I think the crews are calling this play inconsistency between the around the league.
There is a presumption out there that the league should not want. That is, they should not want this look, and right now they're allowing it to happen because of their, I don't know, I don't even know what to say. Like because of their inability or their unwillingness to check their refs. It's bad right now. The NFL has a problem, and I know they see it. They're not dumb. They know they have a problem. They better find a way to fix it, because it is ruining football games, and it's ruining people's perception of the NFL, more importantly. And that cannot happen. This is the best game in the world, dude. It's the best team sport in the world. In America, it dominates every single weekend, right? It's the reason why you don't know who's winning golf tournaments right now, or who's starting in the NBA, or the only thing that's really even cutting into it a little bit is Ohtani and the Dodgers in the World Series. Otherwise, it's all football all the time, and NFL's product is being lessened by terrible officiating right now, and they got to fix it. They have to fix it.
And back to the Bucs game, I think we're fortunate. You're right. Look, the Monday Night Football affair, the Bucs were not those plays occurring in moments that I don't know if the outcome of the game is changed on Monday Night Football.
Right.
And
same
the Bucs,
same with this Giants game, by the way. The outcome's not going to change. Giants got beat, but
they were.
The individual plays matter, man. They matter.
Don't you feel like it's a ticking time bomb that one of these days there's going to be another instance? The pass interference call in New Orleans comes to mind. A massive consequential decision where it is going to affect the outcome of a game.
Right.
And look, we know what's going on right now with sports gambling in the NBA with Chauncey Billups, Terry Rozier. Look, America is honed in right now on the fact that sports betting is just now part of the fabric of sports culture.
Right.
And we need to have a better understanding if we have confidence and trust in the product.
I will use this term one more time. The imposition of impropriety. Look it up. All right. There's that.
Where do we go next, Red?
Can we turn the barbecue off now?
Yeah. Let's go right to our let's just dive right into our pick six segment this week. And I get to celebrate here a little bit, so our look at this, everybody.
Great graphics. Aren't you glad we took this picture?
Can we just appreciate this picture?
The fact that the fact that Rat was prescient enough to know that we were going to need this picture at some point.
It's all the more funny, by the way. And I'm sorry for our Apple Podcasts and Spotify audience. You'll have to just watch the YouTube version or the version on the WFLA app, because Rondé's face here is priceless. Yeah. Lavonte was talking about you being a yeller, a screamer. Right. Well, you know what?
Yeah, I'm
there
yelling
it is.
Right now.
You're yelling about your record.
Oh my
God.
Who did I pick last week? What happened to me last week? Hold on a second. Let me see this.
It wasn't great. I think you picked the
I
Bears?
picked the Bengals as favorite to destroy the Jets.
That's right. The Jets did you dirty.
All right, and the Ravens, who can't win a game at all. Like somehow the Bears were dogs against the Ravens, and of course the Ravens win. Like it wasn't even close. Like, oh my God. All right, I am so far behind. 3 games is not that bad, but it feels terrible right now.
So for our audience just listening in the car, walking their dog, I'm 14-7, and Rondé's 11-10. He's got some ground to make up.
I'm hovering around the 500 mark right now. It's not good.
Do you want to make your picks first this week or me?
I'll make mine first, because every time I make them second, I bitch. And look, take it away. I am not ashamed to say I am taking the low-hanging fruit. Anybody playing against the Titans, I might take them the rest of the season until I catch your butt, JB. So give me the Chargers. It'll win at Tennessee. Chargers actually look pretty good. quarterbacks leading the league in passing yardage. I think he's second in touchdowns. Like he looks like a guy that's turned the corner. He's got great receivers. Defense is playing good. All right, my dog of the week, and this is maybe a little iffy because y'all know how I feel about the Colts.
I cannot believe what I'm seeing.
But I can't believe it. The Steelers are in desperation mode, and I know that Mike T, who's never had a losing season, does not want to go to 500 right at this point in the season. Granted, his division stinks. They'll probably still make the playoffs regardless, but the Steelers need a win. They need a win bad. And so no matter what happens, it's home. Jonathan Taylor, who's probably should be the MVP favorite right now.
Yep.
I mean, and they're going to have the MVP and the comeback player of the year, by the way, because Daniel Jones is playing great. And so week 9, this is week 9, no Bucs, so bye week. So our genius, what do we say? Producer
extraordinaire.
Producer, right? Came up with, let's pick our South Division foes, the one that we most think is going to win. The NFC South is not doing very well right now, by the way, outside of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So which one of the
3
dregs of the South is going to win?
They're all on the road, by the way.
All on the road.
And
dude.
all massive underdogs.
And let me start by saying, I don't think any of them are gonna win this week. Atlanta plays at New England, who's obviously one of the best teams. The Saints play
at the Rams.
At the Rams, no chance, right? So I took the team that has the most wins for the Panthers, and who at least look like they can be competitive from time to time with whomever's quarterback, right? Whether it's Andy Dalton or Bryce Young, they have somewhat been competitive because Ejiro Evero, the defensive coordinator of the Panthers, who by the way was in Tampa with me, my guy, can get them riled up. And the Packers looked a little iffy at the start of that game on Sunday night, so I'm going to say the Panthers have the best chance of getting a W. I think we're all good. Both of us are going to have a 0 in this column. By the way.
I think so too. So week 9 favorite, Chargers. Week 9 underdog, Steelers, and then your NFC South pick of the week. You have the Panthers winning. I'm also look. Rhett and I were joking about this when I was making my picks yesterday. And I have a fourth quarter lead, and I'm going to start running the ball here. So I'm not making risky picks here this week. I'm trying to. I like my lead right now. Okay, week 9 favorite. I'm sorry, Viking. I know a lot of Vikings fans. I am sorry.
It's not happening.
I don't think that JJ McCarthy is it.
That's not happening.
I really don't see it, and especially against a Lions defense that looked unbelievably competent against a very good offense in the Bucs.
Yes.
And really stopping the Bucs in their tracks. If that defense can beat Baker Mayfield, believe me, they're going to do things that are bad to JJ McCarthy. I was going to use a bad word there, but I'm not going to.
Right.
Lions at home is my week 9 favorite.
Right.
My dog. This one I cheated a little bit because this game to me is basically a coin flip. Chiefs at Bills. Okay.
You're not getting any points, so you can't take the over or under on this.
This is the over under flipped after Monday Night Football.
Did it?
It did.
Oh.
The Chiefs were dogs on this game, and then after they looked like the Chiefs of old against the Commanders,
right?
They flipped to a favorite. They, as of this recording, they are a very slim, tiny favorite. I like the Bills. Look, Josh Allen, you have to exercise your demons at some point. It's Halloween week.
Right.
All right. Overcome your demons this week.
I like that you're taking a chance because this one's iffy.
This one's iffy to you. Okay, I see. I saw this more.
This one's close. You think the Bills are definitely going to beat Kansas City?
I just think this is the
man.
It's been years of this, Rondé.
Oh, by the way,
it's been years of Josh Allen against Mahomes.
Right. By the way, when this line flips, like in 2 more days, you're not allowed to pick Kansas City.
I'm sticking with Lions, Bills, and then I have to pick another. I have to pick between these 3 NFC South teams on the road. I'm going to take a page out of Rondé's book. Give me the defense of the best of the 3 teams, and I think it's the Falcons, Atlanta. All the Drake May and Patriot Mike Vrabel love is getting out of hand, and I think that maybe, just maybe, there's a slim chance that the Falcons pull out a crazy dub on
Not
the
if
road.
Kirk Cousins plays.
It is Kirk. It is like, I think Penix is day-to-day as of now, so TBD on the official quarterback decision for the Falcons going into Foxborough.
Love it. By the way, Drake May beat Cleveland and got sacked 6 times by Myles Garrett.
Oh yeah.
So,
Can we just take one moment on this program and say that Myles Garrett might not be human? There was this movie that came out a few years ago. It was called The Avengers.
yeah.
You heard of it? Yeah, I think you've heard of
wait a
it.
minute.
Oh yeah, hold on. Yeah, I think you have it here. You have it on the shirt.
Look at this. I had this on, but I decided my take was going to be too serious this week for me.
Yeah, you see that guy right there? Look at Myles Garrett standing. Oh wait, no, that's the Hulk.
Yes.
Myles Garrett is the Incredible Hulk, man, on a really bad and dysfunctional football team that is the Browns.
Buddy, 112 sacks before the age of 30.
Unbelievable.
Like, Jesus, man. Good Lord. Yeah, too bad for him.
We don't play the Browns this year, right? No. Goodness. The Rondé Barber Show will be back with Ask Rondé right after this.
It's time for you to Ask Rondé, sponsored by Advent Health and Renewal by Andersen.
AskRondé.com is where you can ask your selfie video questions to have a chance to win signed merch. And, of course, be on the Rondé Barber Show as Ref brings in the carousel with your names in it if you submit a video question for Rondé. And not only do you get a chance to be on the program, but you get your name in this wheel. Let's go to Sandy.
Hi, I'm Sandy. Rondé, my question for you is, I am a flight attendant for a major airline for almost 40 years. Yeah, that's old, I know. But my question to you is, on the charters, what was your least favorite and your most favorite part of flying on the charters? I've done a lot of charters for 20-something years, so I understand probably what you're going to say, but I'd like to hear it from you. Thanks, Rondé. Appreciate you.
The least favorite was the long trip, like the West Coast trips. They stunk because you leave right after the game, so you're not getting home until 4 o'clock in the morning, dude. I would say that was the worst part. Is the only bad part. The best part, it's like a party.
Wait, but after a victory, right? Even after an L?
You could still party after an L. It might be more drowning your sorrows. But the feeling is the same.
That's okay. So look, I mean, when the team is very clearly not going to make the playoffs, right? And you're just like, whatever. Look, we're in the NFL. We're making millions of dollars. Right. We're tens of thousands of feet in the air. What else are we going to do? Sit around and sulk?
She knows what's up.
No. Come on. Don't you want to share some more?
No. There's rules against that. Now.
Man, submit your video questions to AskRondé.com for your chance to be on the Rondé Barber Show, and then your name gets entered to win some free swag. Who we got this week? You drew a name.
Drew a name. His name is, and I cannot mess this one up, Jason Rowley.
Jason Rowley.
And you are getting the 50th season pennant, buddy. I love it.
Oh, man, I love it.
Autographed by moi. It's going to be good. That's
Number 20, Pro Football Hall of Famer.
At least y'all didn't give me a name I could mess up today. That was so nice of y'all.
Now we're going to bring Jakarion back.
Jakarion.
The Rondé Barber Show would like to wish everybody out there a happy Halloween. Be safe out there. Enjoy the bye week. Have fun. Yeah, the Avengers, man. That would be a cool costume.
No. Maybe next year.
Maybe next year. Happy Halloween, everybody. Happy Halloween from Rondé Barber.
Happy Halloween. I'll bring you pictures of my Halloween costume for next week.
I can't wait. Maybe we'll throw it on the show. You have to see next time, everybody, on the Rondé Barber Show. See you soon.